Hey everyone, this is Polar Bear, and welcome to our first of many exhibitions for Street Fighter 2 clones here at Vortex Gallery. We're going to be getting right into it with Fighter's History Dynamite, also known in the US and Europe as Karnov's Revenge. So I'm just going to ask our commentators here, Golden Shades and TTTTTSD, what they think about the game, what makes it interesting, what makes it stand out, and why they play it.
I think it's interesting that this game even exists at all. Like, the first Fighter's History is a terrible game in my opinion. Like, you can barely even play the game, right? Combos barely work. Like, sometimes you can get like very silly, unsafe, unhit stuff. The second game is much better. Karnov's Revenge is like a major improvement, right? Like, some people consider it to be a better game than Street Fighter 2, but it's a pretty big accomplishment, right? For Data East. So what makes this game interesting, I think, is the amount of hidden tech that you can find in it, right? Like, you boot up the game and you can find so many interesting things that you never imagined that could be in a game. But at its core, it's a very solid game with a very nice engine, and it just feels nice to play, right? And I think it's also very simple to pick up and play. And the graphic is pretty basic, so I think there's a very high chance that you can find it made very easily, right? After playing just a few sets. So I think that's it for me.
All very good points, and I mean this is a Neo Geo game, it's got a simple 4-button layout and chain combos. T, anything you want to add to that?
I think a lot of what was said earlier applies, but I think it's just really fascinating, how this game even got made and how they made a lot of design concessions from Fighter's History to this game. So many things changed outside of the button layout. They got rid of so many sprites, they redrew new ones. A lot of characters got a complete moveset rework. You look at Ray, he plays nothing like he does in Fighter's History, besides the fact that he's got a fireball. Dynamite Tackle works entirely different, has new sprites. Wheel Kick is gone. He has Round Kick now, although sometimes it is called Wheel Kick. But it's really, really good. It's a completely different move. You look at characters like Mizuguchi, they got a lot of changes too. Really, I'm just really fascinated how they came to the conclusion and by how to make this game, basically. It feels like they looked at like every possible thing they could have done to make this game better than Fighter's History, and they did it, which is kind of rare when you look at 90s fighting games.
Well put, T. And yeah, it's incredible. People are still learning things about this game. I mean, just the other week, Golden Shades posted a mix-up as Phelan that only works if you're playing as Player 1. Because there's some like Player 1 and Player 2 specific things. Like Player 1 has easier crosses, Player 2 has more frame advantage. It's really incredible. So we hope to show off just the highest level of play in this game currently.
Yeah, and we can see what the characters have to offer, right? Because I think the core of the game is the characters and the system.
Okay, up first we're going to get Joshua Funk Dog playing Zazie versus Hibachi Final playing Karnov.
I guess for those who don't know, this game has a weak point system, right? And that makes it unique from other fighters, because a lot of the strategy is trying to aim at the opponent's dizzy spot to make them dizzy, right? And then you can get a big combo and possibly a lead which would make you, right? Take them out and possibly win, right?
Yeah.
Karnov and Zazie, very interesting match. Sorry, take it to you.
Yeah, this matchup's really interesting because I feel like Zazie has a pretty okay time hitting Karnov's weak point. He's got that 100 hands move, and there's an interesting quirk about it. Normally you have to mash punches to get it to come out, but in this game, for whatever reason, most of the characters that have a mash move like that, you can just press all 4 buttons and it'll instantly come out. And this enables Zazie to do some really crazy combos and also just shave off certain characters' weak points like really fast.
Yeah, absolutely. That makes it really scary.
Because you can cancel it from basically any poke. His standing light kick, one of the best examples of that in the game. And on the other side, we got Karnov, who has a really, really interesting move. It's pretty popular even outside of this game. Even people who don't know this game super well know about Balloon. Very notorious move. It's pretty much an invincible steerable overhead with a variable timing, depending on the button you use. You can move it around, and it's invincible while he's all puffed out. And then he falls down with a hitbox, and you can cancel into any normal. And you can actually cancel that into balloon again, which is really wild.
Yeah, you can repeat it like several times for 30 times.
And since they're all at different timings, it's hard to defend against. But a lot of characters are better equipped than you'd think to anti-air it.
Yeah, in this match, however, I think that Zazie has a very difficult time doing that because, you know, Hellfire sometimes can trade, and crouching hard punch is not really good. So, I think Karnov has a slight lead, but you know, Zazie gets one touch in and it's demolishing.
Yeah, these characters are both, in my eyes, these characters are both very much like one chance sort of characters, because Karnov can lock you down with the kicks. They're very safe on block. Sometimes they link into an infinite. It's just super useful. And Zazie, of course, we talked about it earlier. He's just got the confirm potential. It's just so strong. He gets one hit and he can link a bunch of hands and just combo the hell out of you until you die.
Yeah, I mean, he does have to be very close to you to do damage, but, you know, he also has such great code from his thing, and now you're seeing some demolitions.
Yeah, like it can go that fast, and it's just over. I think we do need to talk about, too, there are differences between Player 1 and Player 2, and likely before this set was even recorded, both players probably participated in a coin flip or some sort of way to determine who got to be Player 1 or Player 2. Player 2 side, yeah. Player 2 side has one extra frame of hit stun, and I think Player 1 side gets access to exclusive cross-ups, I want to say.
Yes. Yeah, some characters benefit more than others, but that is the general rule.
By the way, Funk Doc ran that back really fast. They're both 1-1 now. Good demonstration of just how explosive this matchup is.
Yes, and I think both of these players, like, they know their characters enough that they can show up and kind of a match that has to up, right? Because, you know, you need some execution to do some of Zazie's combos, and in order to play Karnov effectively, you have to right, and you have to do the balloon rep very well. And also, I think Hibachi is also very good at confirming from you know that very slow crouching light kick. And Karnov needs to confirm that because unlike other characters, he cannot change his crouching light kick. So he needs to link into the light punch.
Yeah, these are both characters that require a lot of execution in different ways. Especially with Karnov and Balloon, because it's a reverse. I believe it's reverse 270. You have to go from forward all the way to up. You have to do it pretty quickly.
It's almost a 360, but not quite.
Yeah, it's very close. And Zazie is just a lot of links. Like these combos, I know Funk Doc actually talks about very specifically. I mentioned the player 2 side frame advantage. I've seen Funk Doc talk about it before. Very nice combo, yeah, look great. But I know Funk Doc's mentioned it before, where he wants to get player 2 side because a lot of those Zazie combos are just that little bit easier, and you get that added consistency with the links on player 2 side.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, flashing Hellfire is just a tremendous move, like one of the best moves in the game.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
Yeah, you basically combine the invincibility of the dash with the Hellfire. It's already one of the best DPs in the game.
Pretty safe on block too.
Right? Yeah, it's like -4 or something stupid.
So you can get locked down in the corner like that. Like if Zazie has you in the corner, it can be really difficult to get out. You have to guess.
Yes. I mean, Karnov has the chance to balloon.
Yeah.
But, you know, he can pull that out too.
Karnov is like one of those characters who's a little more nimble in the air than most of the roster, which gives him a bunch of escape opportunities in the corner that, you know, another character against Zazie would not have.
Oh yeah, he can teleport too, which
I think it was earlier in the set, but it happened so fast. I believe you have to cancel out a slide into the fire. I forget the specifics, but
it's like a para, right?
Yeah.
If you want to play First Strike, it's kind of a similar deal.
You like just saw it. Yep. And it basically takes Karnov, I want to say, to the other side of the screen while he's sliding, and it can create a bunch of ambiguous cross-ups, fireball, and it can also get him out of the corner.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
So now Funk Doc is applying some pressure, yeah.
Oh yeah, this game also has like an abundance of cross-ups. The way the push boxes work on jumping normal is really wild. Like almost every jump in, if you space it just right as a cross-up. Oh my god. Oh, he drops.
Ooh.
It's a big drop. Oh, good block though.
Oh,
the teleport.
There we see it.
Oh, yeah.
So close.
I imagine you tried to anti-air it. I feel like that's what happened. It's just really hard to.
I mean, you have to respect it.
Yeah, you got it. Depending on like who you are too, but Zazie, I know you mentioned, has a really hard time, and I can kind of see it with the way his tools are. His anti-airs aren't built for dealing with it super well.
Yeah, I mean, Hellfire is sometimes good, but I know I've seen it, and it has one frame where it doesn't have a hitbox, right? So hurt box, right? And that one frame can trade very badly for you, right? Because Karnov gets one combo and kills you.
Yeah, and I think it'll hit you in the head too.
Yeah.
The way that is. Oh, and something else about weak points. This game has a really interesting combo system when you're getting hit.
Yeah, very interesting. Traded.
Oh god,
I didn't trade actually. I didn't get it.
But you can actually change whether you're standing or crouching while you're in hit stun too, to sort of shift your weak point away from where your opponent's trying to combo, depending on the character they're picking.
Round 2.
And that's another little wrinkle in matchups.
Yeah, that is very important. In matchups where characters have the option to, steer where they're going to hit, right? Like Mr. Gucci has a lot of options for hitting certain parts of the body.
Oh, instant overhead? Okay, one other thing about Zazie too, his throw does really low damage compared to most of the throws in the game. And I think there's like some kind of scaling on throws that makes them do a lot less damage when other characters are low on health.
Final round. Fight.
But it's really interesting, but it also means Zazie's throw mix-ups are really, really weak. But it doesn't really matter, because like, you can just do that, look at that. Good pressure. Karnov's just kind of stuck in the corner, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be now. Ooh,
Nice
there's a
play.
little...
Ooh! Oh
good
yeah,
job.
nice.
Kill it.
Yeah. Funk Doc never drops. I mean, like, it's so rare to see him drop. He's just so consistent.
Zazie wins.
Yeah, I mean, once you got those links and the execution, like, Zazie just explodes. He's a monster.
Round 1.
One of the scariest, like, footsies characters I've ever seen. Holy cow. Hit him the other way.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. So I think a big part of the strategy to countering Balloon is, if you're mid-screen, you can backdash and you can avoid most of the shenanigans, but, if Karnov is doing that in your wake up, then you're gonna hold it, right?
Yeah, you pretty much have to just wait and block correctly. Make a read on what they're doing. Oh my god, that was good Hellfire. Oh, didn't bite on the
Didn't
shimmy.
respect.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, Zazie just has a very hard time dealing with this.
Karnov wins.
Yeah, this is a really unique matchup, because I know Zazie does quite well against some of the other top-tier characters, but this one's really interesting.
Okay, and coincidentally, I think personally one of the best strategies for dealing with this treasure from Zazie is to just backdash as much as possible and get away from him.
Yeah, you gotta force him to try and get in, and hope you can
Yeah.
try and, like, whiff punish, because I know, despite how big his pokes are, they do have pretty big extended hurt boxes on the cover.
Zazie wins.
And I mean, don't get me wrong, it is scary and really, really good, and Zazie's obviously very, very top tier, but you can definitely whiff punish and force mistakes. Oh my god, good help there. That's a good reverse.
Ooh,
Nice.
Yeah, that's it. So far this is very even.
Yeah, this is actually really, really, really close set.
Wins.
Funk Doc's only up one game, and Hibachi's been keeping it pretty competitive for the duration of it.
That's what I like to see, yeah.
Round 1.
I mean, Hibachi's like the guy that I always see posting Karnov pick. If there's one person, he's always just finding stuff. All sorts of like weird setups and stuff. And I know people have been like finding even more applications to the teleport and various links that Karnov has, but
Oh, yeah, actually, I posted one of them. Because he found mix up with the fire, right?
Yeah.
That was very interesting.
Zazzy wins.
But yeah, that's what I like about this game. Right? You can just put it up and you'll find something interesting. And I don't mean that in like when everything is jammed. I mean that like if you really search for stuff, you're going to find it. Like, for example, that mix-up with Harry that I showed you earlier, I've never seen that before. Like, I just tried it and like, you can just try it.
Yeah, this game is like really weirdly like it's a really good lab monster game, despite everything about it. You wouldn't think it would be, but there's so much like interactions with the engine that like that are just there that you can like learn completely new things about it that you've never seen.
Yeah, it's a very easy game to just say like, you know, raise just top tier, just wheel kick, or top tier, just balloon, right? But there's so much depth actually. Ooh,
oh my god! Oh, you got
nice
me. Yeah, those are like, I want to say 1 or 2 frame lengths of the kicks, and it's in a very specific spacing. It's a pretty famous infinite, oh, here we go.
Yeah. Ooh,
nice! Oh,
yeah,
yo. Making use of the corner cross-up on player 1 side to do the hands on cross-up, very nasty. Good stuff to Funk Duck, good stuff to Hibachi, just do a great showcase of what those 2 characters are really good at doing.
Yeah, it's an excellent set in general.
Really good stuff. So up next, we're going to have Mountain Dew FKR versus Metal.
Ooh, this is going to be Jean then, right? Or Jean, depending on... Let's see.
The game says Jean, so...
Fighters History said John, which is so weird. It's like they changed their mind. Funny. Alright. Nope. There we go. Alright, Sam Chai.
And Jean. Yes.
Sam Chai is probably like my favorite character in this game. He's just so silly. He's actually pretty darn good too.
He's good enough, right?
Yeah, he works.
He's to compete, but he's not top tier at all.
He's sort of in that threshold tier. I think he's with Mizuguchi in that same level of like, you're really good, but you're not quite top tier.
Yeah, the thing about Sanchez is that he's really fragile, like a lot of attacks hit his weak spot, and that's very bad for him. Because as you see, he's about to die, right?
Yeah, he's yep, there it is, yeah. Like even the fireball will hit there. Oh, there we go. So we talked about mash moves in the last set. Jean has another one, and his is really fascinating because I think there's some kind of glitch associated with it, where if it just hits, sometimes it can just flat out obliterate your life bar. I've never seen anything like that. Okay.
Yeah, the thing is that it has very specific circumstances with this. Like, either you have to cancel from normal, or the other option is to hit a very specific frame of your attack, which you have the time, obviously, and it's not easy. So, if you're just doing hands, it's not going to work. But if you're under those situations, you can definitely make it work. And of course, it does so much damage that you're most likely going to kill. But okay, Sanchez now dominates that.
Yeah, so like the things that make Sam Chai good, like he's got a pretty good Tiger Knee move, he's got an actually pretty darn good DP. The motion's really weird for it though, so it's hard to get out consistently. You gotta practice it a lot. His fireball is actually really above average for most things in this game. The extended hurt box is kind of a problem, but otherwise it's pretty good.
Yeah, if you're counting like startup and recovery frames, it's almost on par with Ray, which is almost insane if you think about it.
And he's got like tons of corpse hop stuff with the Tiger Knees. He's got so much stuff, but that weak point is like the biggest issue because so many combos will just stunt him instantly, and he can't shift his hurt box.
Yeah, he has no way to crouch to make his weak spot move. But you know, Mountain Dew's making it work.
Oh, nice! Double DP on block, nice, good stuff.
Well, and there's that one move we mentioned, right? The Sword Cow, you know?
Yeah.
That's a good combo too, and also it's safe on block, so you can just throw it out.
Round 1.
Yeah, like Samshai pretty much embodies, I think, all of like the basic fundamentals of this game. He's very well rounded. Like,
Yeah, he's the only actor that I'm directed. So yeah,
that crouching left kick is super important on Samshai. I think that's his only mashable normal, right?
Yeah, but Magic is doing a very good job at spacing those type beats, right? So that they are safe.
Yeah, point blank they're pretty bad, but if you space it to where it's near the end of the active frame, you can just get away with it unlocked pretty easy.
Yeah.
Oh, good fireball though.
That's that thing. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, we can talk about Jean now. Jean's a pretty darn good character. I think he's one of the top tiers, isn't he? I believe he is. He's on like the lower end.
I think it's almost like universally agreed that Jean is outside the top 4, but he's also agreed to be like the 5th spot in the tier list.
Yeah, he's pretty easy locked for it. He's just so good.
I mean,
It's hard to be bad when you've got it.
He's a top tier, I think, because he actually makes sure to focus fireball, and you know that fits his problems in some matches, like against Ray or Lee. You know, and Jazzy, I think he doesn't even care about ball rows. He just jumps under them.
Yeah, like the other good things about Jean, his normals are just great. He's got pretty good normals. The combo with hands that we mentioned earlier that does ton of damage, that's a big part of what makes him good.
Yeah.
His reversal, I think, is okay. His slide is also amazing.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah.
He also has a very nice set of anti-aims. His flash kick and the crouching half punch, right?
Oh yeah, those are both really good. The flash kick in particular is really weirdly safe in some positions because it moves them backwards, which is just hilarious. I don't know how they thought of that.
I think it's funny because, you know, mid-spin is a great tool to get out, but in the corner, it actually leaves you very exposed.
Yeah, no, that's where it's at its worst. Because it's just like you don't move backward very much at all, because you're just stuck in the corner. Ooh, nice.
So it's very situational.
Good catch.
Ooh, this is very difficult.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, I think if Sancha is behind his health, I think he just has a very hard time catching up to the lead.
Yeah, he can't force you to go in, so he has a hard time approaching because Jean has so many good anti-airs and good ways to stuff a lot of these approaches.
Ooh, nice percent. Yeah. I mean, Sancha also has those cross-ups with silent knee. That's a very good way to open up your opponent. Like, if you get knocked down, that's the problem.
The zoning. Nice. Good reaction to the slide. Oh god, this could be bad. Yeah, if he does it. Oh, okay.
Oh, he dropped it.
Alright, so Samchai with the health lead now. We're seeing kind of the opposite play out now. Jean has to go in and equalize. It's a little hard.
You know, he took his chance with that DP, but it worked. And he takes
Good
it.
stuff, yep.
Yeah,
That fireball coming in clutch.
That DP that goes up, very unsafe, but it can save you.
It's a key tool. It's really, really important. Probably the hardest part about playing Samchai is knowing when and where to use it. And just doing it too, because the motion is quite strange.
You can also use it to yeah, like that, to go
Yep.
with the fireball.
Oh, nice.
Very good. Yeah.
Oh, the wake up throw.
You actually can punish that, but you need to try kind of to smash it. If you're going to make a normal, and it's going to fix you. Oh, that's going to be it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if it wasn't for that weak spot, I think Samchai would do a lot better in it.
Yeah, the weak spot's really bad, because even if he takes a hit from the fireball in neutral, it's just like, oh, that's damaging it. So much of Jean's things just hit it. Oh! We caught a hurt box with it. Holy cow. That's a little unsafe. Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, the problem is that the hard kick version. Ooh, that's not good. So the hard kick version of Tiger E only knocks out on the second hit. Oh,
Nice.
nice, yeah.
That was sick.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you know, we saw that with the extended third box, and that can happen because only the second hit knocks down.
It would not be a 90s fighting game without something like that. Oh, it doesn't go through the
In
fireball.
that situation, you can actually use the light kick version, and it's actually the only situation in which works. And in that Pinata, like, you end up close to your opponent. So only for that specific situation, to hit extended limbs, you would use the light version. Nice fireball wall. Ooh, Metal trying to close in the distance. I mean, he doesn't have to go in, which is strange. He can just stay out and go.
Kind of just hang out, yeah, and just wait, yep.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. He tried to go over them, but, you know, actually hitting your wake-up stuff in this game is kind of difficult. Not easy getting wake-up DPs.
Oh, nice, there we go.
Slide, ooh, cross up.
That cross-up's so nasty.
Yeah, you can actually hit on the front and land on the other side. Sometimes it happens.
Of course.
Oh, I've never seen that. You need to be patient because if it goes in too hard, you could get hit and die.
Yeah, that's the thing about Gene. If you're fighting a character where you get hit in your weak spot quite a bit, Gene can just... I'm pretty sure everybody's seen that video of... It was fairly recently of Clown versus Gene. You just see it happen, and it's just... Yeah. Oh, nice.
Like,
Good answer here.
you even know that it's going to happen, and it still surprises me. Like it surprised the Japanese commentary.
Yeah, because it's just like, it doesn't look real. You see the life bar keep going, and it's like, wait, he's not even hitting him anymore, and the life bar's still down. It's awesome.
I mean, if you've ever seen Satan's videos on Really Kill, obviously the two clips on Karnov were exactly on Dynamite.
Oh, yeah. Oh, metal jumps are really well placed right now. Oh, good.
Careful.
Ooh. He was sliding, expecting another fireball.
So, Mountain Dew is doing a very good job at mixing up these side keys, you know? You never know when he's going to do it.
It's between that and the fireball, because they come at somewhat similar. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah.
I think he tried to steal his turn and it didn't work out. You know, I would never challenge Gene and Zazie because their hands are one frame. So I think that was a wrong decision.
Yeah, it's... One thing I will say, though, is that Mountain Dew is really committed. He's very, very, very committed to pretty much every decision he makes. Whenever I've seen him play...
Yeah. And he's giving us a great show, so I kind of like...
Oh, yeah, no, he's doing great.
Ooh.
As is metal. Oh, slides under it? Nice.
No, I think he overextended and now... Oh, it's not dead.
Meaty fireball, though. Tried and true tradition.
It's very back and forth.
Yeah, this one's even more back and forth than the other one.
Yeah.
Let's see what Mountain Dew does to change it up.
Okay. So, keeping in line with all Street Fighter 2 sort of games, neutral jumping is very important in this game. Like, against some characters, it is mandatory that you neutral jump. Oh, that's it.
Nice, yep. God, the damage. I don't even think the glitches happened yet. It might have, but I don't recall seeing it. It's just like, even without that, the links you can do off it can do so much.
The hands glitch, yeah, it happened. The damage that you're seeing is the glitch.
Oh, really? I could have sworn it was higher, but I mean, maybe that was just...
No, but the thing is, this game has a very new combo scale system, right? So, I expect to count 50 hands with only one, right? But some is too tall, so the hand is hitting twice and the damage is being reduced, right? Because the 2 hits of hands counts as 2 special moves hitting. It's very complicated, but you know, with a more precise explanation, it would make more sense, I think.
Well, I think that makes sense. It's just like the way it hits Samchai is different than other characters, so it changes how the damage is.
Yeah, I think it's the same also with Masquerade. Because it's also very tall.
Good slide. Oh, that actually worked? Wow.
Yeah, Taiwan has a lot of invincibility, more than you think. Nice. Okay, so most of these gambles are paying off, but you have to be careful. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, because that could happen, yep.
Ooh,
Oh, that was a really good defense. Oh my god.
Okay. He bit it all.
A little bit of a Hail Mary, but if it worked though, it would have been glorious.
I mean, Jin's his crouching kick, hard kick, has a bad hitbox, so I think he was hoping that Metal would hit that button and catch it, right? And I think
yeah.
Nice.
So much riskier for Sam. Oh my god, good.
Good.
Yeah, you just mentioned it.
Okay,
It's intense.
so
I'm feeling it out.
I like the way we do smashes like we just go from extreme aggression to being very cautious.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh, let's go.
Ooh, Metal has to be careful.
Weak point is splashing.
Very hard to come back. Ooh, that's it.
Oh, yep. Nice. Nice simple combo that'll do it.
Sanchai wins! Final round!
I guess you could say that's another plus for Sancho. His combos are very simple.
Yeah, they're pretty simple. They're pretty damaging if you do them right. You generally really pick up and play. Uh-oh. There it is. Oh my god, the damage. Nice. Oh, hands, they're so fast. Oh!
Nice. Okay.
There it is. That move is really weird. I think you have to charge forward to get it.
Yes. Yes. I
It's,
love that this happens in a match.
It's a really big gimmick move, but if you're not expecting it, it'll hit you. It absolutely will.
But
The
you know
hitbox.
what? That was a great set, by the way. But
Oh, you know, it was great.
that move has a lot of invincibility. So even though the recovery is terrible, you can bet it all and hope that the other will press a button or maybe do a special, and it feels great when you land it.
Yeah, and the hitbox is massive too, so even if they
Yes.
jump or try to get away, they're gonna get hit.
Okay, so we got the last set coming up. This is going to be Lord BBH versus Moo Master.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I feel like I've
can-
seen this.
And I think this is a Ray and Lee match, which is great because I
Yeah,
think this is my favorite match in the game. Like it's so even though the characters are so different.
This matchup is just die instantly. It's so cool. And these two players I've seen fight in like at least 3 different games, including this one. So I'm really interested in commentating this one too. But the other sets have been fantastic, and this one's a long-running one. I'm glad they got them together. I wasn't told who was playing, so it's really funny to hear this now.
Absolutely. And Ray is a character, he's top tier obviously. And he's so versatile. You could be totally late, I think Justin won't place Ray, and he's totally late, right? He feels bad, he feels fireballs, the anti-air, right? But you can still, like, go ham. And New Master is really good at that. Oh.
Oh, here we go, though. Yeah, Ray...
Combo,
Yup. So Ray's weak point is kind of similar to Samshine's. I don't know if it's as bad, but it's in a spot where
it's a lot better. But Lee's special happens to be very good against it.
Yeah, this matchup in particular, Lee hits Ray's weak point almost all the time, and it leads to a ton of damage, because not only does it stun for the initial dizzy, I think if you hit a weak point, you also do more damage with whatever you're attacking.
Yeah, after you take away this spot off, ooh, that's not good. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so Lee is a damage monster, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's like a bulldog. He's on your face, he's going to do damage, and you have to keep him out, basically.
Yeah, Lee is like this game's premier rushdown character, I'd say. He's got lots of hard-to-punish things, he's got a really good DP, tons of damage. Maybe one of the best. I don't know what they're called. Are they super moves technically? That move right there, really good move. Because you can just combo straight off of it. And against Ray, that's just so much damage.
You can call them super moves, but I don't see the point because there is no super power. Maybe it's
yeah,
secret? I don't know.
Secret works. We'll go with that. Okay, that's Lee. Ray is just like a really just well-rounded character. He's got one of the best moves in the game, which is a round kick. It's a really good move. Pretty famously good move. It's up there with Balloon, I would say. For people who like see this game in passing, they know about that move too. Just really, really good. Yeah. Really invincible.
I think these two characters have the best anti-airs in the game, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, and of course, Lee has to be very careful because the Thunder Dynamite can keep his weak spot, and he's going to be busy and he's going to die.
Yep, there it is. It's really funny how that worked out, right? Both these characters hit each other's weak points really well.
Yeah. The one drawback that you have to charge that. You have to charge like a second and a half. It's a lot of time.
Nice.
Ooh,
oh!
Yeah. So you don't want to lose an early game against the corner because basically it's a 50-50 where you will be on the other side or same side. So you gotta try as hard as you can to not lose your air to airs.
Especially, yeah, in that situation, it's just so hard to block whatever's coming. Yeah, Moo is one of those. Oh my god. Moo, yeah, that's the kind of Ray player Moo is. He's so aggressive with this character. It's really cool to watch.
Yeah, that's. Ooh!
Holy son,
good guy.
Oh my god, that's so much. Okay, good round kick. Oh.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I said about Ray. He's very good, and you can play him like totally lame. But Mumasu just goes in, and that's very fun to watch.
It's super exciting. He just does some wild stuff with this character. Like, having played with him, known him for a long time, he embodies the kind of player that like plays from what their heart tells him to do. It's really cool to watch.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of the great things that this game allows you to show off when you play the way that you like to play, right? You want to play
this game's got a ton of freedom to it.
Yeah.
So many characters. Oh my god, that crossover.
Like, yeah, you improvise your concept and you kill your opponent, right?
Yeah. Yeah, like this game just has so many strong tools that you can apply in so many different ways. Nobody plays Ray the same. Nobody plays like any character in this game the same across two different people. It's really cool to watch.
Yeah, I mean, I am more of a cautious type, right? And I never go for the corner properly, right? You always, go for the chip with the form and just try to wear down my opponent, right? When they just get frustrated and they start doing risky things.
Yeah.
Because you can play him like that, right? Like you're waiting for him to jump, then you anti, go for 50-50. Oh,
Ooh.
but that's risky.
Oh.
Didn't think that's over. That's the funny
Yeah.
part. He could just... Oh, yeah, that
Yeah,
was
this
it.
matchup, if either of the characters get the ideal hit, it can just turn it around immediately.
Round 2, fight!
Oh,
What?
nice.
It's so fast. Oh. Nice, big tornadoes. Oh, your race sweep is awesome too. Really good button.
Nice feature though. Ooh. Nice.
Oh, here we go. Damage.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Sure. The BBH is he's so consistent with that. Like I've never seen him drop that move, and it's hard to get to come out. It's got a really strange motion. That fireball that Lee does, it's very particular. You have to practice that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, this game you can do moves many ways, right? Like for example, you can do I don't know, weird kicks while crouching, right? The game gives you a lot of freedom for how you want to do your moves. But for his palm, and he's dead. For his palm, you have to end in down forward, or else you're going to get the lunge punch, right? So you
Yeah.
have to be very precise about that. It's a very specific exception to the rule.
That's how I think they balanced it, right? That was their intent, was that it's very difficult to do, so you have to practice it, because it gives you so much damage. It's very rewarding to hit.
Yeah, and I think that was the thought process behind a lot of the moves, right? Like the Gene hands and the grassy hands too. Like you have to press all the buttons to get the best version of the move.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good sweep.
The same could be said, I guess, for failing sliding uppercut, right? In order to get your combo, you have to do the difficult version.
Oh, the chip! Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. There it is.
Yeah, it just goes for the same shit, and there's nothing they can do except for reversal, I guess.
Round 2, fight!
Whoa. Whoa. I can't say that was like a terrible risk on Moo's part. If that lightning dynamite hits, it's a stun. Oh, there we go. Oh no. Oh my god.
It's just saying that he's dropping his combo because I think many of these matches would have gone a different way if he hadn't dropped.
Yeah, that combo, yeah, it does so much damage. So oh, there we go. Nice.
Yeah. I mean, he could go for an easier version, right? Like you just stand next to the opponent while you charge, and then you do the move. But I think he wanted to optimize.
He wants to make sure if he's getting that hit, he's gonna kill.
Yeah.
Because you do, as Ray in this matchup, you don't want to give Lee that room, because any one hit can be devastating.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
So this is what I say. Yeah. You cannot allow that.
Oh, that's big.
Oh, no. Again.
Oh my god, there it is. So round kick does have one weakness in that it whiffs on crouching. Oh my god, move.
Yeah, the chip was going to do it.
Move. Alright. But yeah, round kick, you can always crouch it, but if you're not ready for him to do it and you crouch under it and you haven't realized that he was doing that, he's just gonna throw you right after. The recovery is very quick.
Yeah, it's tricky to punish. But like I was saying, if you're going to do a combo, like maybe it's better to just, take a little bit less damage and, at least secure,
a knockdown, right? And get your OP.
Yeah.
Oh god. There it
I
is.
think, although their play has been very even, but Master has given up a lot of matches because of the drop combo.
Yeah, the punish is really costing him.
It's a shame, because I think they're more even than the score says.
Yeah,
Ooh,
I do think, yeah, they're really well matched. It's just a matter of, oh, yeah.
Yeah, if Lee gets in, I mean, he just kills you.
That's just how Lee works, yeah.
Well, those are some really good sets. But yeah, that's going to be the last one for us. Y'all can tune in next time for Breaker's Revenge. You guys want to talk about anything before we go?
I think that's it for me. If you want to ask anything, do it now.
Okay, that'll be it then. Tune in next time for Breaker's Revenge. See you later, everyone.